Last time, through Godric Gryffindor, we were able to discover a little bit of the origins of one of the biggest schools from the wizarding world. Today, it's time to continue that journey by diving into the life of another founder who was also an extraordinary witch in her own right. Helga Hufflepuff was born during the 10th century in Wales, and according to the Sorting Hat, specifically from the South Wales valleys. It is believed that Helga was raised to be family-driven, being very close and protective of each other, purely good and always helping people in need, which eventually shaped Helga's personality into a loving and caring yet very powerful witch. Her greatest friend since a young age was Rowena Ravenclaw, and throughout the years, they probably shared a lot of knowledge and experiences, giving them the title of two of the most powerful witches in the world till today. Not a lot is known about Helga, but it's most likely that she had pupils under her protection in secret due to the fact that in medieval times magic was only taught to a few people because wizards and muggles were always battling each other. It was during these dark times and the constant persecution of witches and wizards that she met Salazar Slytherin and Godric Gryffindor, and after witnessing all the death, destruction, and grieving of their own kind, they decided it was time to create a safe place for their people, especially for young children who could not yet control their own magic. We know what happens when young wizards can't control or try to suppress their magic, right? Of the four, Helga was probably the closest thing to a mother for students in Hogwarts, especially for those who lost their parents during the witch hunts and persecutions. Helga's contribution to the castle is not very well documented, but it is known for sure that she helped the founders charm the Sorting Hat as previously seen in Gryffindor's video, creating her students' common room and perhaps her most personality-defining aspect, creating jobs for the house elves. She defended the equality between wizards and muggles and worked intensely to protect all magical creatures who were, back then, often mistreated, abused, and even used as slaves. But not all of her efforts were long-lasting, judging by how elves are treated in the events of the Harry Potter series. This showed how full of kindness that Hufflepuff was. Helga was highly talented with food charms, and many of her recipes are still used in Hogwarts today, testifying to her unique talent as a magical cook and maintaining the castle's banquet unique and famously delicious. The kitchen was gigantic with a high ceiling room and 5 tables identical to the ones in the Great Hall right above them in the exact same position. They were magically linked so that they could teleport the food upstairs straight to the matching tables. It's very likely that she was responsible for the kitchen from its creation to how it would function. Of course, it was probably planned to be close to the Hufflepuff common room, making it very easy for students to snack whenever they wanted to. The Great House of Hufflepuff is associated to the earth element, and the animal used as their emblem is a badger. Yellow and black are the chosen colors, yellow possibly representing wheat while black representing soil, and always using symbolism connected to the earth. Students sorted into the Hufflepuff house often demonstrate exceptional abilities in herbology, and Professor Sprout can be the living proof of that. They value hard work, dedication, patience, and loyalty above everything else, but they're also known to be friendly, honest, kind, tolerant, and modest. Living in the castle as the house's ghost, they have the Fat Friar. Hufflepuffs are known to have a strong moral code and a sense of right and wrong. According to Minerva McGonagall, all 4 of the houses have produced exceptional witches and wizards during their time due to Helga Hufflepuff's policy of accepting any student. Hufflepuff is often thought to be the house of less talented wizards and witches. However, this is a false statement, as Hufflepuff has produced many great, successful, and influential members of the wizarding world, such as the famous magizoologist Newt Scamander and the brave Cedric Diggory. What makes Hufflepuff different from the other houses is the fact that they don't tend to boast about their accomplishments, as it's not considered to be part of their nature.
This is the most direct path to the dormitories.
The Hufflepuff dormits and common room are a mystery for outsiders. It has never been seen by non-Hufflepuff members. The room is particularly well protected and you can access it through a pile of large barrels near the kitchens. The right barrel will open if tapped in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff, but if tapped otherwise, a system to repel outsiders will be activated and drench the intruder in vinegar. Once a student makes it through the tunnel, the Hufflepuff dorm is quite cozy and a very welcoming place. It always feels sunny as Helga wanted her students to feel happy and healthy. The common room is described as large and round with low ceilings, and from the windows you can see dandelions and rippling glass, due to the fact that the room is located below ground level. The decor has mainly an earthy vibe, with plants hanging and resting all over the place, with some even singing and dancing. The cozy sofas and laid-back ambiance are perfect for the students to relax, study, and discuss interesting plants. It is unknown who built or created the Room of Requirement, but it is believed that Hufflepuff was behind it. It is described by Dobby as being a room that a person can only enter when they have real need of it. Sometimes it is there and sometimes it is not, but when it appears, it is always equipped for the seeker's needs. Also known as the Come and Go Room, it was a secret room located on the 7th floor in the left corridor of Hogwarts and has a hidden entrance opposite to the tapestry depicting trolls learning ballet. The way to open the room is to walk past it 3 times thinking about what you need, and only then the door will appear. This appears to be something Helga would think of doing, and even make sure the room wasn't discriminatory towards anyone helping literally everyone in need. During the Second Wizarding War, Neville and several other students used the room as a hideout to escape the wrath of the new evil teachers, the Carrows. But one serious problem was the lack of food, as it cannot be made from thin air. So the room adapted by adding an extra passage into Hogsmeade, where Aberforth, Albus Dumbledore's brother, could provide them with food. Helga always helping everyone. The cup of Hufflepuff House was described as a shining golden cup with 2 fine handles on either side, a badger engraved on its surface, and a few jewels. The cup was said to possess many magical powers, though the exact nature of those powers is not known. Perhaps it could summon extreme urgent objects, or could somehow summon healing water, or even communicate with a loved one. Anything that would help a wizard in need, as seen with the Room of Requirement. The cup was passed down through the Hufflepuff family line and through the centuries made its way to Hepzibah Smith, the only living descendant during the Harry Potter books, but was ultimately murdered by Lord Voldemort in order for him to steal the cup and turn it into the 4th Horcrux. During the last battle of the Second Wizarding War, Ron and Hermione got a basilisk fang from the Chamber of Secrets and used it to destroy the cup, as basilisk venom is one of the few substances capable of destroying a Horcrux. Join us next time as we dive even deeper into the origins of one of the biggest schools of the wizarding world through the 2 remaining founders. Meanwhile, let us know which house you were sorted into, and stay tuned by subscribing, ringing the bell, and liking this video if you want to see more content like this. It really means a lot. Thank you.